with Wickersham as well. 400 yards rushing last season, and just as we said, he gets the call, but Virginia sniffs it out with James Jackson, the weak side linebacker, down and long coming up.
And if you see Jackson, he does a good job. He's uber aggressive coming downhill, and he finds
rate for Richmond, conversion rate rather. Wickersham, time and connects, but shy of the first down out at the 34-yard line.
And as an offensive lineman, you want to block for someone like that.
They'll run the quarterback draw on first down. Gets to the outside. Colandrea off to the races near sideline and out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Yards.
And this is a quarterback design draw. Colandrea does a good job of following his blockers. And what I like about it, Sackett Wood, number 44, he waited for his quarterback to get there.
Was the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year, but he was banged up early and then banged up again late. As Kobe Pace gets his first call of the season off tackle, and Carter Glassmeyer, transfer from St. Francis out of the NEC, comes up, lining up in a slot on the left side. Second down and 3. Colandrea to throw, taking a shot, downfield, into the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Trell Harris, the other transfer from Kent State. They have been high on him throughout camp, and Harris makes a big play.
The professional throw. He threw the ball before the receiver got to the top of his route. That's trusting your receiver. He stayed in the pocket. He had pressure, but he was able to get the ball down the field and give your receiver an opportunity to.
He'll get the call. The sweep right. Cut back to the 30-yard line as Clary, the safety, came up. There's Foster Campbell in the backfield now. Flushed out. Wickersham going to pull it down. He's got the corner and knocked out of bounds late. Will it draw a penalty? They believed, and it really paid off. Here is a 3rd and 9 for Wickersham on the bubble screen. It'll be close, but the ball is out. It was close to a first down, but it appears that Virginia has forced, as the normally sure-handed Nick DeGennaro coughed up the football.
And you see what Cam Robinson did. He came in at the end of that play, and he was able to punch that out. Was that Corey Thomas? It might have been. Or that was Cam. That was Corey Thomas that came in at the back of the play and punched it out. And for Nick DeGennaro, you've got to hold that ball high and tight.
Anthony Colandrea. Quick throw. Out left. It's Malachi Fields breaking down the sideline and cutting back inside for another big gainer for the Virginia offense. Fields delivering for 32 yards.
And a good job by the offensive line to sell the run. What that did was freeze the safety, so once he got past that defender on the outside, there was
knocking on the door of the red zone. You fake it to Pace. Here's Colandrea. This is such a dangerous part of his game, and the big reason why on 2nd and 1. Quick throw. It's Fields again. We'll get the first down to the 10. A gain of 3. Another opportunity at the 11. Pace the call. Looking. Takes it to the 6. Officially from 21. Knocks it through to give Virginia a 10-0 lead.
Every football game that they play.
There's Kyle Wickersham. Nothing downfield. He'll take off again. Lost his helmet. Looked like for a moment he might lose the ball. They are getting better and better at the position and deeper, as we'll see some younger guys as well tonight. Here's Colandrea with a quick throw to one of those younger guys, Eli Wood. Getting an opportunity. He is the brother of the tight end, Sackett Wood, who we saw moments ago.
And Richmond's going to have to make a decision on passing downs. They're going to have to bring more pressure. Right now, they're not getting pressure with the defensive line.
Pace, cutting back, breaking tackles, sidestepping them. Has the first down and more to the 38-yard line.
Off of would-be tacklers, getting up the field.
Quick throw. Eli Wood once again. 4 more. Safety Parker took him down. Bryson Parker, grandson of the legendary Bob Greasy. Colandrea, quick pressure. On the wheel route, he's got Greasy. Down the sideline, he's gone! Touchdown, Cavaliers!
And watch what Colandrea does. Because he's been running the ball so effectively, when he steps up, what that does is that pulls the defenders. You saw Matthew Traynor, the safety, the strong safety, react to
And also, by the way, 44 yards on 3 carries. On one bounce, it'll be Jerry Garcia to bring it out. Does not cross the 20. Fine, open field tackle in college football, but everybody right now trying to find a place to be, and Colandrea going down for the first time tonight. The pressure applied by Jeremiah Grant, third team All-CAA a year ago.
Once again, you've got to do a better job. You've got to get out there. Now, on that play, the guard got out to try to block, but once again, you've got to have a wide base. You can't go out.
For the first time tonight, Virginia behind the sticks. Colandrea with the screen for pace. He's got blockers and running room, and what do you know? In the open field, down the far sideline. Pace knocked out of bounds. Finally by Bryson Parker. Screen.
Perfect play call. The offensive lineman did a good job of selling, and then you see them get up the field and give him a convoy. But when you've got a defense that's trying to make a big play, they got the big play on the sack, so you know they're going to come upfield again.
How about Cedarian Harrison out there helping spree for an extra 15, 20 yards? First call, and already 12 more coming for Xavier Brown. Carter Glassmeyer prevented the touchdown. This is Xavier Brown with the call. Slides through a nice hole on the right side. Carter Glassmeyer there again. Sackett Wood who motioned to the near side. Colandrea to Wood to the 10. Bouncing off tackles. There has probably been about 5 or 6 broken tackles by the Virginia offense. Lines up as Pace returns in the backfield. All kinds of time as now he's flushed out. Athleticism costs him there as he tries to get away, but Matei fits. When they talked about Anthony Colandrea in the offseason, not trying to make that big play.
What coaches always tell, the thing that the coaching staff was worried about with Colandrea, that they thought they had moved past.
A loss of 20. They'll pull it down and run, and gets stuck to the ground by Wayne Galloway.
Our defensive teammate and get a head on Colandrea.
Colandrea taking a shot left open on the near side is Fields, who makes the catch, but obviously needed to get into the end zone for the first down. So this will be from just outside 33, left hash. Everything coming up Cavalier. 33 yards for Bettridge to get their offense going. It has been dismal so far. This is the first big play of the day as they pick up a good chunk of yardage with Zach Palmer-Smith.
Left side of that offensive line, getting pushed on that 3 technique.
Quarterback draw for Wickersham, straight up the middle. And he'll have nearly 6 more as Cam Butler took him down. There's Palmer-Smith, twisted down at the 50.
And I don't like that play right there, Chris. You're getting pushed right in the center of that.
Quick throw, creating space in the outside. And a first down for Richmond on the catch for Jerry Garcia.
You want the low man wins, uproot those guys.
You asked Winston October the other day who he's running behind when he needs a yard, and he said the center, Tom Elia, and the left guard, Keith Gouveia, and that's exactly what he did to pick up that first down.
Sam, to find where the seam was to get the first down.
Out of the pistol. Palmer-Smith exploding to the outside of the 40 for Antonio Clary. Richmond came into the game ranked 12th in the preseason coaches poll. In the FCS's, once again, it's Palmer-Smith picking up positive yardage as Jam Jackson.
Possession of the football and get it out of there, but don't panic.
Another quarterback draw for Wickersham. on the 9th play of the drive inside the 30. 6 more. They have not converted a first down in 5 tries tonight. Wickersham with time. Now he'll take off. Take on the defender and lost the ball. But Richmond right there, 4th and short, is going to go for it again.
Absolutely. You see, once again, the quarterback running the football effectively, but you've got to hold that ball high and tight. You've got to be ready to.
4th down and 2. Converted on 4th and 1 moments ago on a quarterback sneak. Wickersham looking. Quick throw. It's caught and converted. Nick DeGennaro, the big play receiver.
Because they've been effective running the football, Virginia brought the blitz. DeGennaro had man coverage on the outside. He went with the slant route. He had the receiver in trail motion. Good job.
So Richmond, for the first time tonight, putting something together. Wickersham on the RPO. Dumps it and completes it. It's Brown out of the backfield. And down at the 5-yard line, a pickup of 6. It really come up empty. The draw. Wickersham in for the easy touchdown. And Richmond is on the board. First rushing touchdown of the year for Wickersham, who had 4 a season ago. It's on a lengthy drive, 13 plays and 75 yards that ate up nearly 7 minutes.
And plotting and game planning. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when Richmond gets the ball back.
Well, here, Richmond kicks off, and it's Xavier Brown who fumbled it and is going to bring it back out across the 25 to the 30 to the far side, and he will get run out of bounds near midfield. Excellent field position as Jabril Hayes. A lot of the fans departed after the shelter-in-place order, the fine shelter order, I should say, is Pace off to the races again, inside the 20, and Pace shoved out of bounds, and it's going to be first down and goal once again. Off, and again it's Hayes that prevents the touchdown.
And once again, you see the guards able to climb up to the second-level defenders. You saw receivers able to give Pace the lane that he needed to get up the field.
Virginia playing some tempo on offense. Pace running into a blocker, finding his way down to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 3. Pace off tackle to the goal line and in for the touchdown. Pace with a 3-yard touchdown run, and Virginia is just having their way offensively tonight.
All the way down the field. The first play was a negative play, but outside of that, they were able to get any and everything that they wanted. Pace is just finding lanes to run through.
Wickersham so far tonight, 5 out of 9, 45 yards, make it 6 of 10 on the quick completion to Nick DeGennaro, and that's the guy they have to get more involved. Jam Jackson. Xavier Brown off Colandrea's hip. Quick throw. It's Malachi Fields. 2 defenders to finally take him down. He picks up 8.
That they got from Wheeler, but they need to have high production from that role.
Xavier Brown at the 25, shut down. No gain on 3rd down and short. This is Grady Brosterhouse, and they call this the Grady Bunch as he pushes forward. And did he get it? Looks like he did. This is the nickname that Virginia gives that play. Colandrea on 1st down, taking another deep shot. A diving grab! Holding on to it is Malachi Fields. And was there step for step, but Colandrea put it where only Fields could get it, and that diving catch goes for 41 yards. The area where this team looks to have improved the most. 3rd and 15. The draw for Colandrea. To the outside. And shouldered out. Kobe Pace gets a breather as Xavier Brown gets the call. On the stretch play right. 13 more yards as that line continues. Brown, the guy that maybe has a little bit more of the home run speed, but has that power as well. So they're not afraid to run him right up the gut as they do there, and he picks up a few more. Eli Wood split to the bottom of your screen. Colandrea looked in his direction first. Flushed out. Extending the play and connects. It's Sedarian Harrison. They led the Colonial Athletic and third in the country. Colandrea taking off and sliding. Pace takes the handoff out of the pistol. Fighting off the defender to the outside. And another first down as he's run out of bounds. Bryson Parker, all he could do was watch as he was getting the stiff arm. 2nd and 7 for Colandrea. Steps up. Gonna take off. He'll get the first down and more and slides at the 15-yard line.
And then slide right when you get an opportunity to put a hat on a hat. Colandrea's doing a good job of taking what the defense gives him, not trying to get too much, but protecting himself.
Pace with Colandrea on 3rd and 5 in the backfield. Colandrea locking in left on the tight end Neville, who makes the catch, fighting to get the first down, and he gets it. Colandrea, the draw, up the middle, dives for the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Virginia. 7-yard touchdown run for Anthony Colandrea with nearly 50 yards rushing and 275 yards passing so far tonight.
Right now, they go 4 wides. They spread the defense out once again. You have the back go up trying to cover up the defender, but Colandrea just decided he's going to run.
Diaz at Duke, formerly of Miami, head coach, and also Fran Brown up at Syracuse. A squib kick. It is Jerry Garcia bringing it out across the 30-yard line.
This Monday night.
2nd and 10 for Kyle Wickersham. To the outside, it's DeGennaro. Talking about Boston College.
Situation, because you've got a Florida State team that's coming out and trying to prove something to the Boston College team with new coach and new energy.
Fantastic second effort by Zach Palmer-Smith to break tackles and pick up the first down for the Richmond Spiders, who have been looking for answers. Wickersham on first down. Not much available downfield. Looking. Firing. DeGennaro on the sideline. Continuing to show his wares. Cam Butler was right in the face of Wickersham.
Well, a couple of things on that play that I liked. I like Wickersham keeping his feet, keeping his eyes down the field.
Had them decked out in their uniforms just as they used to dress. There's Colandrea. Firing and connecting. It's Dakota Timothy. Quick throw. Once again, it's Twitty. Ridden out of bounds. 3rd and 4. Greasy. Lowering the shoulder will be close. Looks like he's just a little bit short. And this will be interesting to see if they go for the Grady bunch again. Under center. Goes forward. This time, a little bit closer. Going to depend on the spot.
It didn't look like it got a lot of movement on that as well.
So here's Wickersham. It's Foster Powell this time. Powering his way to a first down for Richmond as they're knocking on the door.
Virginia to get pressure with only 4 pass rushes and drop 7 back in the coverage. There's nowhere for him to go with the football often when he drops back to pass the football.
Aziz Foster Powell again, redshirt freshman from Richmond, Virginia. So a 3rd and 8. Wickersham fakes the toss. Not fooled. It's Carter again.
Once again, watch the defenders get up the field. They're right there. By the time the back gets the football, Wickersham looks up. Everybody is on top of him.
Last season, 14 out of 17. Spot is down, kick is up, and it is good. So it's now a 24-point lead. And the 12-team college football playoff adds nothing but intrigue. Virginia getting the football back. Xavier Brown bringing it back out.
The ball around, getting the ball to his playmakers, and allowing them to be special.
Out of the backfield, swinging it to Pace, taken down for a loss.
dictate what they've been able to do offensively and defensively and not allow anything that Richmond is trying to do affect them.
Malachi Fields on that crossing route, but short of the first down.
And they'll be able to, if they can get pressure with 4, that's what they've been able to do all evening, is get pressure with 4.
Wickersham on the crossing route to Ellis, who gets leveled.
And I thought Wickersham should have held on to the football.
End over end, Clary going to return it from midfield. Off one tackle. Jim retiring. This is his last official game tonight as Greasy gets the call on the stretch play to the outside, trying to find the angle. And Tony Musket is going to get his opportunity to play for the first time. And no man's land at the 36. Musket still looking, firing, and it's intercepted. Picked out of the air in the secondary by Matthew Traynor, and the first turnover of the night. Kyle Wickersham gunning it right. It's Ellis again across the 40. Shy of the first down by a yard or two.
And although they're not going to win this football game, Coach Huseman has to like the fight that his team continues to display.
Wickersham on the quarterback sneak, got that first down, and they will move the sticks.
And you can only do so much in practice against your own teammates because you want to preserve everyone. You don't want anyone to get hurt.
Nick DeGennaro breaking tackles. And Palmer Smith on the second effort, breaking free. He's got a chance inside the 20 with one man to beat and taken down at the 5. The touchdown saved by Dre Walker. 3-yard pickup for the junior from Delran, New Jersey.
But you see how he keeps his feet moving? He continues to grind, and when he finds a seam, he's able to get to us. You see him running out of gas, but a good job by Zach. Again, what you want to see from this ball club from Richmond. Continue to fight. Continue to try to get better.
Foster Powell dropped in the backfield. Aziz Foster Powell remains in the backfield after the 43-yard run moments ago. Palmer Smith. Wickersham in trouble. Dropped. Near the line of scrimmage, it's Jason Hammond from the interior.
Pressure with 4 and drop 7 in the coverage. The quarterback will not have anywhere to go at the football. This has been the recipe for success
against this Richmond team at home. Zach Palmer Smith back in. Trickeration, and it's not there, so just run out of bounds. Well covered as Wanye Vini, as Chico Bennett was trying to chase him down.
And a good job by not trying to force it in there. You still want to be in a position to try and get a field goal attempt. So
from the right hash, the snap, kick on its way, and he got it. On what they need to be focusing on, and like any coach, you hear it. It's about us as Brown gets to the corner, and there is a flag down. I think we're going to have a hold bringing this one.
You're going to the playoffs.
There's Wickersham on second down and 9. To the near side, connecting. It's DeGennaro with the catch, ripping it away. The 4 highest ranked conference champions will be seeded 1 through 4 and get byes. Hosting games, I think that's great too. The idea that you get a college football playoff game potentially on your campus, that's awesome.
Well, for those 8 teams, everybody's low at Christmas right now, so there is a chance because more teams will now have the opportunity to compete for a national championship.
Aziz Foster Powell picking up the first down, sidestepping tacklers in the backfield.
And going to the plus, and like you said, I think what's going to be lovely about it is those home playoff games, those teams that get to host a playoff game.
Well, here in Charlottesville, a good 2024 debut for Tony Elliott and company. Exactly how they would have drawn it up, minus a 2-hour and 15-minute weather.